Hey, happy day. Only a happy day if you're not a left-wing liberal, because they're not having a happy day. The Supreme Court has come down with two decisions on two separate issues, and wow, and Hollywood has totally erupted, and all of the liberals everywhere have just gone crazy. They've gone totally insane. They've lost their minds. They're mad at all of us good people, and they're saying, how dare you have done this? In New York State, for example, since 1911, there's been a law saying that we are a shall-issue state with regards to guns and concealed carry permits. We shall make that decision. You come to me and say, hey, I'm a good guy, I pass all the tests, I'm worried for my life, I want to carry a gun. And they say, we shall decide, you don't get to decide. So they remove that right from you, but they give that same right, of course, to a criminal because he doesn't ask anybody for help, right? So this has been going on for a long time, and finally, the Supreme Court ruled and said, hey, you can't do that. That's just wrong. I mean, every American citizen, doesn't matter if he lives in New York or wherever, he has the right, and she has the right to defend their life. So many other countries, like Canada and Britain, they've removed that right. You can't defend yourself. Oh, you can, but you can't use a tool of any kind of gun. Are you crazy? The crazy ones are the left, and they're erupting on this item here today, or this thing, because of what they say. But these are the same people that have armed guards looking after them, of course, right? The governor in New York said this is outrageous. It's a moment of national reckoning on gun violence. The Supreme Court has recklessly struck down a New York law that limits those who can carry concealed weapons, because they were limited before and now they're not. So what she's saying is, isn't this awful? Because now honest people, the people that don't do any bad things, they can now protect their lives, right? In crime-ridden New York. And she thinks that's a bad thing. Wow, she's a nut. Then, of course, you run into the abortion issue. This is extremely emotional for everybody, and I understand that. I mean, worldwide they say, particularly in America, they say that about 50-50 is the split, 50% for and 50% against. When you break it down into political places, it's about 75% of registered conservatives who say, I'm against abortion, and about 10% of registered liberals say that we're against it. So a huge gap there. But regardless, when you do all that boiling and down and kind of shaping and shifting, it does end up to be over 50-50. However, now that the Supreme Court has ruled that this Roe versus Wade is going to be struck, everyone has reacted. As said, Hollywood has gone insane, but the president has gone insane a little bit. He's made this speech. I watched it. It was kind of bizarre. He stumbles and fumbles, and he reads it. You can tell he's reading everything. There's not one thing coming out of his mouth that's his, and it's just such a ridiculous thing to even watch. He says, I'm going to go to Congress and I'm going to get them to come up with a new law, because I don't like this one. It's an opinion, and I don't like that opinion because it ain't my opinion. You're only entitled to an opinion if it equals me and mine. Liberals, you gotta love them. Hey, you know what? They slammed the court. They're slamming everything. Is that good? I don't think so. When you have a Supreme Court, you're supposed to have some respect for it. You don't have to agree with it. It's kind of like what I always say about you left-wing whacks, is I don't agree with anything that you say, but I'll always fight for and defend your right to say it. It is your right. However, when you flip it back over to me, you don't think I have the right to say anything unless it matches what you say and what you think. And that's wrong. The courts have made a decision. It's the Supreme Court. They come with the country. You don't like it, you got to get over it. I mean, you still want an abortion. It's not hard to do. Go to Canada, go anywhere, go to other states, I guess, for the moment at least. Things are shifting, things are changing. Adapt, because the court made a decision. Is that how you all should think and do? I think so. But the reaction is what's so interesting here today with both cases. We're probably going to have all kinds of demonstrations and maybe violence. I mean, who knows? I mean, these are crazy people. Just wanted to share that with you. It is what it is. So have a nice day. Hard for some of you. And we'll move along. That's all we can do and see whatever happens. Hey, see ya.